What if oxygen levels doubled in the Earth's atmosphere? Imagine the possibilities and consequences. The impact of oxygen on Earth, a double-edged sword. Imagine a world where insects rival the size of vehicles, and our atmosphere fuels infernos capable of consuming entire ecosystems. While such scenarios might sound like something out of Starship Troopers, they're rooted in the fascinating relationship between oxygen and life on Earth. Let's explore what could happen if oxygen levels drastically increased or disappeared altogether. From prehistoric giants to modern-day marvels, oxygen has always played a crucial role. What if our future depended on a delicate balance of this vital element? A world of giant mutants. Our atmosphere currently contains about 20% oxygen, with nitrogen making up most of the remainder. But what if the oxygen levels doubled to 40%? Supercharged ecosystems. Increased oxygen would enable insects and arthropods to grow to unprecedented sizes. Their spiracles, tiny breathing holes, would expand, causing their bodies to swell. Historical records show that 300 million years ago, when oxygen levels were around 30%, dragonflies had wingspans of up to 28 inches. Doubling oxygen might yield cockroaches as big as rats or spiders as large as ravens. Flourishing flora. Trees might compete to reach the clouds, and flowers could grow as tall as modern-day oaks. Imagine forests filled with giant ferns and mushrooms towering over the undergrowth. Human evolution. With more oxygen, humans would experience enhanced strength and immunity. Our brains would function at peak efficiency, and physical achievements would reach new heights. However, excess oxygen comes with risks, such as DNA damage from free radicals, increased cancer susceptibility, and lung diseases. The planet burns. Unfortunately, this oxygen-rich paradise wouldn't last. Excess oxygen would accelerate oxidation, metals would rust rapidly, and organic materials would degrade in the blink of an eye. It would ignite the world. Substances that don't burn in today's atmosphere would flare up, turning forests and cities into infernos. The 2018 California wildfires would pale in comparison. Wildlife would suffer immensely, with animals fleeing from the flames and habitats reduced to ashes. Human life would be drastically affected, with mass evacuations and emergency services overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the fires. A world without oxygen. Now imagine oxygen disappearing for just 5 seconds. Surprisingly, this brief absence would trigger catastrophic effects. Instant devastation. The ozone layer, made of oxygen, would vanish, leaving Earth vulnerable to unfiltered ultraviolet radiation. Those outside would be scorched in moments. Collapse of life. The atmospheric pressure would drop, causing inner ears to rupture. Cars and planes reliant on combustion engines would stall, and all fires would extinguish. Structural disintegration. Oxygen binds the minerals in concrete and the molecules in water, H2O. Without it, buildings would crumble, and oceans would evaporate into hydrogen gas. When oxygen returned, the recombination of gases could trigger planet-wide explosions. Plants and animals would struggle to survive, leading to a collapse of ecosystems. The long-term effects would be a barren, lifeless Earth, unable to sustain life as we know it. The slow leak of oxygen. Over the past 800,000 years, oxygen levels have declined by 0.7%, as revealed by ancient ice cores from Greenland and Antarctica. While this decrease may seem small, the effects on marine ecosystems are alarming. Dead zones, areas like the Chesapeake Bay and the Gulf of Mexico suffer from low oxygen, leading to algal blooms that consume oxygen and release toxins. Fish and coral cannot survive in these conditions. Expanding threats. Global warming exacerbates this issue, as warmer waters hold less oxygen. Additionally, ocean acidification and coral bleaching further stress marine life, causing species to migrate in search of habitable environments. Scientists are working tirelessly to understand and mitigate these impacts, but the challenges are immense. Global efforts to reduce emissions and transition to renewable energy sources are crucial in addressing these issues and protecting our oceans. Can we prevent disaster? Scientists suggest reducing greenhouse gas emissions and halting ocean dumping to slow oxygen depletion. Protecting this vital element is essential for sustaining life as we know it. For now, we can breathe easy, knowing Earth's oxygen levels remain stable. But as history and science show, our atmosphere is a fragile balance, one worth preserving. Join the movement to protect our planet. Every action counts. Let's ensure a healthy future for generations to come.